everybody. Welcome to Evansville Horror Con Makeup Mayhem Challenge. I'm John Shandor, and I see a lot of familiar faces here. This is my daughter, Johnny.
Hello, guys.
My lovely wife, Marcella, is running that. Just so you know, everyone, wish her happy anniversary. 13 years today. She's put up with one
Happy anniversary.
She's put up with my nutty butt, so.
But I see a lot of familiar faces here. This is the 4th class that Johnny and I have done this weekend. Started off with an adult makeup class yesterday morning. She did a kids makeup class yesterday afternoon. We had a corpsing workshop right across the hall earlier this morning. Everybody made a 16-inch desiccated corpse and got to paint it. It was a lot of fun.
And then the kids have fun painting theirs.
Yes, we had little skeletons for the kids as well. And we decided when we moved to this new venue that we were going to have a lot more space. Those of you, anybody go to the first horror con in Evansville? It's at the National Guard Armory. It's a little smaller. It was a nice place, but kind of outgrew it. And so now we're in a nice big spot. And we have a lot more room, and we wanted to add something else. And V. Neal was one of our guests. Huge Face-Off fan. Anybody else Face-Off fan? I love it. We started thinking, let's do a competition that's something like that. I can't blatantly just steal Face-Off. I wouldn't do that. So what we've done is we've created a contest that is kind of like Face-Off. It's a makeup contest, but it's going to have twists and turns in it, kind of like I'm a huge cooking competition fan. I watch it on TV. I like watching people compete. I like watching them cook. Guys Grocery Games is one of my favorites.
Woo!
He always has a twist, and he messes with the people, and I'm like, yeah, that's right up my alley. I like to do that stuff. So what we've got 4 makeup artists here, and I'm going to have them introduce themselves and their models here in a second. And they have a coffin of carnage. This is a box full of makeup that I put together, most of which was graciously donated to us by Alcone Company. Alcone started in 1952. Their brick and mortar store is right on 42nd Street in New York, right off Broadway. And guess what they do? They supply high-end makeup, glamour makeup, and special effects makeup to the plays on Broadway. So they're a very reputable company, been in business for a long time. I contacted them, and they said, sure, we'll sponsor you, we'll send you. And they sent me a ton of stuff. Now each of our artists has got a box full of things, some common, some not, and a bunch of stuff from Alcone, and they're all gonna be able to pack that out with them when they leave today. So they're getting a bunch of professional grade makeup as they come along with the company. So thank you, Alcone. I have flyers up here for 15% off for the whole month of March from Alcone. If anybody wants to get some makeup or do anything, like I say, they sell like quality makeup. It's really, really good stuff. So I've got those. I've got business cards up here as well if anybody wants them. If you have any questions about anything, prop making, any of that, shoot me an email. Just in the subject line, put Evansville Horror Con so I know where I met you at and I can get my brain going as to what we talked about. And then I'll respond to you and hopefully help you out with cosplays, with paint, with ideas on how to build things. She's an actress. She's got tons and tons of film credits to her. I do makeup. I work for Jim Beam in heavy maintenance. I work 50 to 60 hours a week, so I don't get to see her very often. And typically on the weekends, she's filming, so I go to the film sets with them, and being the type of guy I am, I help out all the time. Well, I started finding more of a need to get into makeup, so I got back into it. I actually started doing makeup in 1979. I was at the comic book store, and I saw this magazine had Godzilla on the cover. Anybody know what magazine that is?
Being sponsored to Filmland?
Fangoria.
Fangoria, woo!
She's actually a junior influencer for Fangoria magazine.
Use code Johnny Shandor and get 20% off.
Yeah, use Johnny Shandor code and you get 20% off subscriptions or any of their merchandise. But inside that magazine, they had an article about Tom Savini. Everybody familiar with Tom Savini?
Woo!
He was working with George Romero at the time. Oh, excellent.
Keep going. Okay. Give me 2 seconds.
Yeah. But there was, as those of us that are a little bit older know, like the back of cereal boxes inside magazines, there's a little card. You cut it out real careful, filled it out, stuck it in an envelope with a check, mailed it off. Well, I got a makeup kit from Tom Savini and a little book of instructions. Tormented the hell out of my mother with that. I'd run down with bloody arms and nosebleeds.
Ow, I know the feeling, Johnny.
Got in a lot of trouble because I took one of her good knives. And everybody remember the shovel scene in Day of the Dead where he takes the shovel and pops his head off? Well, Tom Savini took that shovel and he cut a curve in it so it would fit over the actor's face, and it looked like the shovel was in his face. That was an actual live actor. It wasn't a dummy. Thank you, Matt. And did that. So I went in the kitchen. I'm like, hey, I'm going to do that. Grabbed one of the knives, went out in the shop, my dad's grinder, ground a little curve in it, went running in the house, stuck on my arm, looked like I had a knife halfway through my arm. My mom about had a heart attack, and then I got in a lot of trouble because that was one of the good knives. So don't do that with the good knives. Go to Goodwill. That's a good source because I do a lot of props for movies. I have a tub full of knives that I buy at Goodwill that I can use. I take and dull them down and then paint the edges so they look like they're sharp. And then you can use those in a movie and make it safe. You can solder lines on the back to make blood, all kinds of good stuff like that. But anyhow, that's how I got my start, and kind of fell out of it because, I went to college, started working, had a life. And when she started acting, I saw the need for makeup, so I got back into it and started doing makeup on some small independent films and horror films, and then have just progressed from there. Started working with Matt and Lindsay here at the convention, doing what I like to do, which is creating. I love working with EVA foam, doing cosplays, paints, all that type of stuff, but my true passion is I like to kill people. They get to walk away afterward, but on film, it looks really good. So, we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to allow the contestants to introduce themselves and their models, and then we'll start the clock. And what we're going to do, they're going to have 2 minutes and 57 seconds, because I tested the clock for 3 seconds, to look inside their coffin and start thinking about their makeup. And then their hour will begin. And while that's going on, her and I will be walking around, jokes, and like I said, we're going to be asking trivia questions. We got a bunch of prizes. Feel free to come up if you want to come up and get a closer look. Just don't get on the stage. Just come up here, and if the artist is okay with it, you can ask some questions if you want, but respect them because they're under a time crunch. Once this clock starts, you don't understand the pucker factor that comes into play here, okay?
Can we take pictures?
Yes, you can take pictures.
Please, take so many.
As long as is everyone okay with pictures being taken?
What'd you say about pucker?
Yeah, as long as they're okay. They're all okay with pictures, so feel free to take pictures. And I'm going to pass the microphone down, and you guys just introduce yourself. Give a little synopsis of your special effects history, maybe who you like, and what's your favorite horror movie?
My name is Maylee Rainier, and this is my model, Sarah. I have been doing special effects makeup for almost 14 years. I started when I was 8 years old, and it's my dream to continue and work hard to go to school and make movies. I'm really nervous, just saying. I enjoy it very much. It makes me feel like I get to be normal for once. And being on stage, even though I'm nervous, it makes me feel like I'm at home. So,
What's your favorite horror movie?
13th Ghost.
Oh, that's a great one.
Hey everybody, I'm David, and this is my wife Jessica. Growing up, I bugged my grandmother to rent Ernest Scared Stupid constantly. Anybody knows that's a Kyoto thinking. I had to tell that to some people at the convention, they're like, I've never heard of that.
Oh my.
Yeah, and they were Killer Clowns from Outer Space fans who
What?
were made by the same Kyoto brothers, 3 guys. Yeah, so anyways, I grew up on that. Long story short, joined the military, was always into horror and practical effects like that. I found sculpting to be very therapeutic after a brain injury in the service, went to the brain trauma recovery program. And so like my past history of horror mixed with now a art to do it gave me that therapy, as a recovery tool. So that went from therapy to hobby, people asking me to buy stuff, to a small mass business that we run. And if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be here today. So.
Hi everyone, I'm Cody. This is my model, Sierra. She's my girlfriend, I call her my putz. But no, I've kind of always been into this stuff, like as a kid, and then I was just always one where I would kind of look at it and just be like, oh yeah, that's awesome. And then one day it finally clicked. I was like, people make this, so I probably could too. And so then I started off, a couple years ago is whenever I finally recollected that. I'm a slow learner. But yeah, finally recollected that, built a costume, and been kind of hooked ever since then. So now I'm just constantly learning new stuff as I go along and trying out new things. And I'd say my favorite horror movie would have to be Tremors.
Oh, nice. Good one.
Hi, I'm Rose Bowman, and this is my model, my fiance Lee. I learned about SFX in university. I wasn't good at it, and my teachers roasted. Can I cuss?
Yeah.
Sorry, and they roasted the hell out of me. But I've always been a nerd, so I really like games like Fatal Frame, just horror pixel games, and And my favorite horror movie is either Ju-on, The Grudge, or Whispering Corridors. It's Korean horror.
Yeah, that's the best.
Yeah.
Korean horror. Big fan.
All right. So if I can get my artist to step forward and go. I have a list in there that is a quick description for you to look at if you like. And sorry about some of the loose flocking that's in there. It's not completely cured yet. And when you're done with the coffins, I will take them. You can collect the coffins, please. As I get them emptied. And for everybody in the audience, can't see what we've got going on in here is we've got makeup wipes, some liquid latex from Alcone, stage blood from Alcone, some 99% pure isopropyl alcohol, which is important in makeups. It's not the stuff you can buy at Walmart or at the drugstore. This is actual pharmaceutical grade alcohol. This is called Third Degree. It's a silicone scar cut prosthetic making compound that takes about 5 minutes to cure, and cure it so it's really fast and it sticks really, really well. You can color it. It's a great medium to do pustules, cuts, neck cuts. I mean, you can do all kinds of stuff with it. And then they've got a bag of different types of applicators, cotton balls, different things, a lot of tissues and cotton balls and stuff you can use mixed with latex to get some real funky textures, like burns and stuff. I think I also included a small amount of coffee. It gives a nice texture. If you mix it with latex, it really, really, really looks like a burn that's a couple days old and it's starting to scab up. It gives a really, really cool effect. And they've got gloves and paintbrushes and mixing cups, applicators.
And included in each thing that we have a few flyers for Alcone, and we have some stickers
some
for
flyers,
us, Alcone.
some stickers, business cards, all that good stuff. And there's also a random assortment of tampon, which is actually really, really, really good cotton to mix with latex to make different types of textures. And it's sanitary, so that's one thing when you're doing a movie, like the last one I did, I had all these baggies lined up, and each one had brushes, sponges, everything, and they were labeled for the actor so that you don't cross-contaminate. Because you can tell I'm a sweaty guy, my head's glistening. If somebody's doing makeup on me, you don't want them putting a sponge on me and then stepping up to you and smearing my sweat all over you with makeup, right? So you keep everything separate and keep everything sanitary. And tampons is a great way to do it because they are sterile and sanitary, and it is 100% high-grade cotton, which mixes well with latex and can give you a really cool effects. Yeah, they're not used. They're great. Even though this is a horror con, I thought that would have been a little bit too far.
It's realistic blood.
Yes, realistic blood. Hey. No, they can't, honey. Yeah, your prep time is going. You are now officially on the clock. So you have 59 minutes and 18 seconds left. Marker for that in my green box. Yeah, I know.
Alright, so I have a few jokes for you guys. So, why was the mummy afraid to go on vacation? He didn't want to unwind. Alright, so this one cannibal, these two cannibals are eating a clown. And so one cannibal looks at the other and says, this one's not funny. One cannibal looks at the other and says, does this taste funny to you?
Yeah, we tell dad jokes all the time at the house, so we'll be doing a bunch of dad jokes. Very good, Yeah, one of my favorite ones I heard most recently. Johnny, what do you call bears without ears?
I got one. Why do sharks swim in salt water? Because pepper water would make them sneeze.
Very good. Very good. That's a good one. I have to remember that.
I got that from one of my favorite TikTokers.
You guys feel free to come up. You can walk and look and see what they're doing. And take pictures if you like.
I won't.
Yeah, not you. You're not allowed to take any photos.
So our makeup artists are already starting to apply their makeup. And you know, they've seen
Don't be shy.
all
Come
their
on in.
stuff.
Have a seat.
You know, we would like to thank Alcone for sponsoring this event.
Yes, definitely.
If you guys want to get anything from Alcone, we have flyers that we can hand out to you guys. And business cards from us.
I got a joke for you.
Okay.
Why do zombies never go after athletes?
Why do zombies never go after athletes?
They can't catch them.
They can't catch them. Exactly. Okay, now our first trivia question. Now a lot of these trivia questions, like I said earlier, are going to be based around the celebrity guests that we have here, and then some general horror trivia since we are at a horror con. This one is a Jimmy Hart question. Early career transition. Before becoming a legendary wrestling manager, Jimmy Hart was part of what 1960s band that had a hit single, Keep On Dancing? Anybody? It's multiple choice. The Monkees, the Gentrys, the Beatles, or the Beach Boys? He was first.
Is that the right answer?
Yes, it's the Gentrys. Yeah, and my wife has an even bigger evil streak than I do, and she's going to be handing out the gifts, or the prizes. So.
All right, guys, we've got another trivia question for you guys. Veniel served on a judge on which reality TV show focused on special effects makeup artists?
Face off.
She She had her hand up first.
Do you want a poop eraser or a unicorn headband?
I'll take a unicorn.
Okay. I don't know how I did that one. Okay, I got a trivia question. It's a good one. Oh yeah. Okay, do you guys, you know Sean, what's the guy, Whalen?
Sean Whalen.
Yeah, anybody familiar with Sean Whalen?
Yeah.
Okay, do you remember the commercial, the Got Milk commercial he did? Long time ago. Like, I'm old enough to remember it, but it was a really long time ago. The 80s?
39.
Okay. Okay, Whalen starred in a famous Got Milk commercial that became a cultural phenomenon. What was his character trying to do when he realized he was out of milk? Does anybody remember that commercial at all? Oh.
Answer a trivia question.
Yes, but what specific trivia?
Aaron Burr.
Huh?
About Aaron Burr.
No, but you were really close, so you get it. You get book prizes.
It was about
Actually,
the guy that Aaron Burr tried to shoot.
Alexander Hamilton.
Yes.
Which that was probably the answer was him. Yep, because yeah, he did say that. Do you have a daughter? Okay, you get a poop eraser and a unicorn bag. The unicorn bag will give you good luck in getting a daughter. You're gonna need it once you have one. I'm just kidding, Johnny. No, she's actually really good. She's a really good kid. Oh, here, take that.
Oh, that is too adorable.
Oh yeah. Deadpool would carry that makeup.
Here's a good one. How many Academy Awards has V-Nail won for Best Makeup and Hairstyling?
Back in the back. 3. Correct.
But so now we have a bonus question with that. What were they from?
Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice. Edward Scissorhands, and
No.
had Robin Williams in it.
Mrs. Doubtfire.
This is Doubtfire.
One more.
And then the last one was about a famous, extremely eccentric director who did all kinds of crazy, weird movies.
We have some really creative works going on here, and I'm actually really excited to see who the winner is going to be. The Alcone flyers are for 15% off, and it lasts until the end of March. So whatever you need, special effects makeup, beauty makeup, stuff like that, you should get it from Alcone because they have amazing stuff, and that can be used in multi-purposes. Okay, but like, why is everyone obsessed with this new horror movie or old called It? It's like every time I'm going to drive, someone rolls down their window and says, "Hey, watch it." Why did the skeleton go to the Halloween party alone? He had no body to go with. What do you call a werewolf YouTuber? A like and subscribe. Okay.
What do you call a wizard who walks everywhere on bare feet, has poor bone density, and really bad breath?
What?
A supercalloused fragile mystic hexed by halitosis.
Oh, yes, you? All right.
Why can't a vampire outbite Taylor Swift?
Why?
Because she had bad blood.
No, that sounds stuck in my head.
41 minutes and 43 seconds. Our makeup artist's work is already shaping up really well. I just want to take a moment to thank all the makeup artists who came out here to join our game show.
Thank you guys. And thank you to Matt and his lady, because for the second year this is going on, it's pretty awesome.
Yeah. They have definitely done a lot of work. I say, luckily and happily, we had to move into a larger venue, which is great for the convention. For people that love coming to conventions, it just hopefully will be getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
Do they still do PopCon here?
Yep.
Yeah. I think it was at that same location. Like,
No,
I
they
don't
don't
know,
do
back in like
it.
2015. PopCon.
Oh, I thought you were talking about RaptureCon. Our clock is rearing here, and it's almost hitting the halfway mark. Yeah, it's almost hitting the halfway mark. Yeah, I know. It's almost to the halfway mark.
All right, makeup artists, I need you to stop working on your model and stand by for a second. As I said, this game is going to have twists. 4 people from the audience.
All right, we're gonna get 4 people from the audience here.
What are we doing? Oh no.
Now this is an evil contraption we call the Wheel of Woe. It has some very interesting things on it that I'm not going to let our artists see yet. What we're going to do, when you come up, you're going to pick a number. Don't say it out loud, just let me know. And then each artist, once we're done spinning, is going to be handed an item that you're going to have to integrate into your makeups.
Be nice.
Well, it's the luck of the wheel. So, who is our first spinny? We got 4 couple stuff. We got 3, 4. Okay. Go ahead and draw a number. And go ahead and spin the wheel. Well, you can look at it and just let me know what it is. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Sure, well, okay. Don't tell them.
Oh.
You didn't say too much about it, but don't say what it is until everybody has theirs. Okay. Okay. Oh, that one. Just go ahead and spin again because I only have one of those. Okay.
Come on, Aspen.
Okay.
I feel like you looked at me when you laughed.
Person got it. I'm going to explain them here in a second. Once I pass them out, I'm going to let them start thinking. You received a third eye. And you were blessed. Let me show them.
Big old lips.
Giant lips. Okay, now I will give you 2 minutes to think about your makeup and what you're going to do with it, and you can start working. And after 2 minutes, I will start the clock again, and you'll have 40 minutes to complete your makeups.
So what did everybody get done this time?
Okay, now, contestant number 1 and contestant number 3 got a Mark Trainer facelift kit. What this is a super sticky tape, and then like an elastic band. And it can either go around your head or on the side of your head, and you can bury it under your hair. And what it does is you can pull. It basically makes you look like you've had a facelift. It's a way to de-age an actor or an actress in case they have to play a role that's younger than they are. And it's easier, like say you're in a play, and the play spans 10 years in a person's life. You could put something like this on at the beginning of the play when they're younger, and then remove them, and they age regularly without having to do any makeup, and you can add makeups to it to make it age. And you can also work these in reverse and create puckers and crow's feet and things like that. It's a real neat product that Alcone sent us for these guys to play with. Contestant number 2 received a third eye. It's a latex appliance about that big that's an eyeball that can go pretty much anywhere.
I'm going on my eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Number 3 got the Mark Trainer, and then I showed everybody the The lips, I forget the lady's name. She played Stifler's mom in the
Jennifer Coolidge.
Jennifer
Rubber
Coolidge.
band.
Yeah, they look exactly like Jennifer Coolidge's lips. So.
Oh,
Yes, y'all can start doing your makeups again. You can start working, 1 minute before 30 o'clock. It's like give them time to think about their makeups. I'll tell you when to start. You can use it how it just has to be integrated into your makeup. It just has to be integrated in. It does not have to meet the desired effect.
All right. In which iconic 1980s film did Venial first gain major recognition for her makeup and leading to her first Academy Award?
There, Beetlejuice. Yes.
Yep. You and Buster.
All right, this is another one you may or may not want to use your cell phones on. This is a harder question. What horror movie is considered to be the first found footage film?
Predating.
No.
Predating.
Blair Witch.
Predating, oh sorry, let me finish the question. Predating the Blair Witch Project.
The Connection? The Connection?
No. This is a found footage.
From the 80s?
Predating it. They kind of, yes. No. This is a very, very controversial film that was banned by almost every country.
Cannibal Holocaust.
She got it. It's a Happy Birthday unicorn thing.
Yeah, that's it. It's a pretty good film. I like Green Inferno too.
It says Happy Birthday. I think that's what
All right, we got 2 questions in this. We have an easy one. What is
Just
the
do them one at a time.
Okay. I know. What is the name of the haunted hotel in The Shining? Not Shining.
The Overlook.
All right, now for the
She got
meat.
it back there. She raised her hand and yelled it too.
All right, now for the medium question. In The Exorcist, what is the name of the girl who became possessed? First video game that kills its players in real life, originating from Japan. You raise your hand up first.
Never mind.
What'd you say? No.
That's back here.
That's not a video game. Wait, will you repeat the question?
Yes, the guy in the back. One.
What was the answer?
Stay alive.
Oh.
Hart, famously known for carrying to the ringside, which he used to motivate wrestlers. Yep.
You want a Bigfoot stamp or this or fingernail stickers?
Venial has frequently collaborated with which director, known for his distinctive and imaginative filming style?
Oh my gosh, I just hit a.
The eyes light up in the sun.
Monkey over there.
You in the back. Yes, correct.
I knew it, I just froze.
And the works are already looking so amazing. So, guys, I've been thinking about going to Hawaii, but I was wondering, are we allowed to laugh loud here, or is it just aloha?
Okay, here's one. Any Bam fans? Okay, he directed a movie featuring himself and his friends on a road trip through Eastern Europe.
This guy was first. He like shot up right there. He knows it.
No.
Right.
No. Friends on road trip through Eastern Europe? Buddy? Where the Bleep is Santa Claus. I've never seen it.
What is it?
Is it good?
It's my fault. I found the questions.
Which acclaimed director cast Sean Whalen in a role of a technician in the blockbuster film Jurassic Park?
Which director?
There we go.
Steven Spielberg?
Yes.
Yep.
That was like a trick question, kind of.
Which horror films involves a videotape that causes viewers to die within 7 days after watching?
The Ring.
Yep. Who played the lead role in the Korean horror film A Tale of Two Sisters? Yep. Google is allowed. Who played the lead role in the Korean horror film A Tale of Two Sisters?
I don't know how to pronounce it.
No.
Oh, I got another one.
What's up?
Thanks for
I don't know what. Thank you. What is
Thank
it?
you.
Huh?
I've already been sweating.
Close enough. That is the other lead role. So, technically you got it first, though. So she was the one who.
Show me who's.
All right.
Do you want earrings or a poster? I'll take a poster.
All right. All right. This is a very, very hard question. So, which Japanese horror film involves a photographer haunted by shadowy figures after surviving a car accident? Which Japanese horror film involves a photographer haunted by shadowy figures after surviving a car accident? Yeah.
Hey, Johnny, they have to do their own candles, so who has a picture?
Our makeups are already looking really good.
Okay, in the film Midsommar, which country did the main characters travel to for a festival? Yes.
12?
16 minutes. 16 minutes. Okay, yeah, we got it right there. Hold your hand up. This is a tough one.
Okay, in Hereditary, what is the name of the demon the cult is trying to summon?
First.
Okay,
Sorry.
thought trap. Wait, was it like what their voting was?
No, the motif.
Motif.
Which,
Motif means theme.
Yeah, it's about the same answer, so.
Oh, so like people like being like bad at themselves?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jimmy Hart introduced into the WWE Hall of Fame.
Harry Potter.
2004?
Nope, very close.
2003.
No,
2005.
correct.
We'll get there.
We'll get there.
The makeups are looking so good already.
Everybody enjoy? Horror Con? Great time. Glad everybody had fun. We had a great turnout this weekend. I'm glad everything's gone really well. One last trivia question for you. This one's a little bit hard and I want a very, very specific answer. What was the name of the main antagonist in the movie Jaws?
Steven Spielberg.
there.
Bruce?
Yes, Bruce the Shark is what they named the large animatronic that sank after 3 days. Didn't really work, so they had to use the footage that they shot and recut it, and they also stole stock film of great white sharks. I actually saw Jaws on opening weekend. This was an example of great parenting by my dad. We were all, me and my dad, mom and dad, my sister, my 2 uncles, and my cousins. It doesn't work. All went on vacation to South Carolina. Well, the moms decided they wanted a break, so the first 3 days of the vacation, dads were going to watch the kids. Their plan was to hang out. All his kids wanted to go to the beach. We were whining and crying, so my dad and my uncles decided to take a bunch of kids, anywhere from 10 to 7, to the opening night of Jaws. It scared the hell out of all of us. None of us kids would even get in the pool. So that is perfect parenting by him, because he no longer had to watch us in the water. Yeah, Brucey the Shark and Nemo, named after.
Okay. How does a bear get through the woods? Barefoot.
So another dad joke. Are you allowed to laugh loudly in Hawaii?
She already told it while you were in the bathroom.
Oh, she did? That's the only other dad joke I can remember right now. All right. What do you call someone else's cheese? Nacho cheese.
This is the only joke I really know, and I probably told it to everybody here before at another convention if you've ever been here. But anyway, when you're going into the bathroom, you're an American. When you're coming out of the bathroom, you're an American. What are you while you're in the bathroom?
European.
Yeah, I still love it.
8 minutes left. 8 minutes, artists. Start thinking about your finishing up. Got some outstanding makeups going on up here. You have a joke for us. All right, let's hear it.
Why don't skeletons skydive?
I don't know. Why don't skeletons skydive?
Because they don't have the guts.
That's a good one. Excellent. There's 6 minutes. And when we get finished, we're going to want to get some pictures and wrap it on this. So I'm going to have you guys stand with your models for a little bit so we can get a bunch of photographs. And then we will commence the judging. Big and red and bad for your teeth.
A brick.
A brick. That is true. Very good. I'll be right over there.
Sunday was a sad day, but the day before that was a Saturday.
Yes. Very good. That's it.
I asked my friend when his birthday was, and he said March 1st. So I ran around the house and asked him again.
That's a good one.
Just got that.
All right, artists, 3.5 minutes. 3.5 minutes left. Should be thinking about wrapping up your makeups and doing your finishing final touches. Very soon you'll be able to unclench, relax a little bit.
When your final touch is on now.
1 minute. Out of 10 if y'all want to.
Yes.
All right, 12.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Brushes down, step away from your artist. Everybody, let's give these artists. Excellent And now if we could get you guys to get with your models, and we'll get some pictures real quick, and we'll let the judges go, and then we can work on some cleanup. I'll bring a trash can around, and then anything that's trash we'll just throw in, and then the rest of your kits you can put back into your bag. I'm gonna set the mic down.
Yeah, anybody can, yeah.
It just says, come to us. And once they come down the other side, I will have them introduce themselves. Okay, everybody, you can pack your stuff up. What we're going to do, I'm going to have the artists step up with the microphone with their model and explain their process, what they did, their character, if there's a backstory or not, while our judges are deliberating. So we will start here with Maylee.
Oh, don't forget to say how they use their accent.
Yeah, and talk about how you used your twist as well.
So, how I've always done my makeup is I start with a layer of latex to keep the skin tacky. And what I did was color and texture in between each layer to cause it to look like it's fleshing. And if you can see, it even flaps up. And she's able to talk and move and breathe also. Coloring wise, I just lightly dabbed my brushes in the color and made it seem as if her skin was slowly decaying and bruising. And I used the pull back. Yeah. And I used the pull back to make it seem like the bottom jaw is actually down here instead of up here. If you looked at it from the side, it makes her jaw a lot more slim.
All right, so this is Jessica. She's been in a post-APOC zombie kind of wasteland, and the downstairs furnace broke out, and they definitely needed the heat and the fire to fend off the zombies. Well, what they didn't know was there was a virus in the air. She was down there doing that, and she ended up falling and getting burnt against this furnace device. I started out with this latex appliance. It was like some kind of pussy boil thing. And you've probably seen, I was over here doing something because everyone else was working. I like to pre-paint certain things and then match it to their skin tone. So that's what I did. I pre-painted this first piece, started laying it down with latex, and then the 3D silicone stuff, I started laying around to kind of blend the edge, because the latex, not the best prosthetics, and with the thick edge, you want it to look seamless, you don't want it to, see that edge. So I started blending that in, and then when we got the twist, mine was an eyeball. So I thought, hey, I'll just make them all eyeballs, so I don't have to repaint that prosthetic that I was already given. Didn't like the way it looked. These are too asymmetrical, so I went back to a boil's idea. So I made this eyeball up here, a boil. Again, blended that around with a little bit of cotton latex, attached it with spear gum, and then basically just blended it down into what I already had. Matched the paint with skin tone, and did kind of some bruising around her eye, and then the kind of that viral look gave her some dark contrasting bands.
All right, so mine is called End of the Day. She was a haunt actor dressed up as a clown, because we all know every haunt you go to, there's some clown with bad makeup, doesn't really want to even be working there. So she was glad to be done at the end of the day. She didn't even start wiping off fully or ripping stuff off in an order. She just started going. And then my twist was the smile thing, and anybody knows that you have to smile for too long.
Yeah.
They're done with that, so that was like one of the first things. She just took off half of it as well, so she could rest a little bit. And now she's finally glad she can clean off the rest of her makeup.
Mine is, I was like going for an idea of a high priestess, and if you see the sides, I made sure to put on her genuine symbols. I don't know if you guys know those, but Queen of the Damned. She also features 2 slugs, so she's a resurrected high priestess, and so they were actually prosthetics for fake lips, but I made them slugs.
If you look really closely, there's 2 smiley faces on them. So they're happy slugs.
But I just didn't layered it.
Alright, so we have some amazing work, so we're gonna let our judges do their thing. And whenever we're done, we'll announce the places.
All right, let's give a round of applause for our artists and their models. Put in their shoes and they did an outstanding job. This was very difficult for them. Now our judges will deliberate, and anybody have any questions or comments?
Fantasies?
Have you ever had anybody allergic to latex where you had to like just shut down and start?
No, I have had people that are allergic to latex, but there's multiple other options. When you're doing an appliance, latex is one of the easiest ones. It's very user friendly and everything, and then you step up and there's an appliance or a material. It's called Prozade, which is basically flexible Elmer's glue once it dries. It was invented by Christian Tinsley when he had to come up with a way to make the whip marks on Jesus's back in the Passion of the Christ. So he developed a brand new way to do special effects for that movie. He ended up winning an Academy Award for it. It was that outstanding, and now when you use this Prozade, which is, like I say, it's like flexible Elmer's glue, they're called Tinsley appliances. So they're named after him, and they're fun, and they're water-based. There's no latex, so you can use those. And then silicone is another option, which is harder to use. Latex is easiest, Prozade's in the middle, and then silicone would be the most difficult to use.
What's the 3rd degree made of?
3rd degree is silicone, except there are products out now, which our artist had is called 3rd degree. It's a 2-part silicone, but it cures in 5 minutes. And then you can paint it, and it's extremely easy to use. Whereas some of the older silicones, like I have sculpts at home and I have silicone molds and I have to run silicone in it, leave it cure for a day or 2, take it out, coat it, and you normally have to coat it with a plastic so it would adhere, because, I mean, it's silicone, it doesn't stick, right? That's one of the reasons everybody loves it, so you have to put something on the silicone to get it to stick to the skin, so it becomes a little more difficult to do.
Start with the first place.
All right, our judges have deliberated, and they have come up with the order. And we have a prize pack for everybody to go along with your makeup kit. All right, everybody, in 4th place, Cody. Can I give him a round of applause? There's a good pack. In 3rd place, we have Maylee. Everybody, a round of applause. Maylee. In 2nd place, we have Rose. Round of applause, and that leaves David as the winner of the first Makeup Mayhem contest. 1st place. You get that? That's my one-off art.
That's awesome. And then you get $150 from Alcone. All right. Plus all this stuff. So this is the instructions, and then we have to get your information so that we can
write down your name.
There was no bad makeup. It went by how someone was applied. and the application and the attention to detail as well as your storyline, but you guys all did a wonderful job. Let's give it up for them again. And please, once we're done here, please, Matt needs to make an announcement. He had to run and get something, so everybody can hang out here for like 2 more minutes after they wrap up. Much appreciated.